relationships double standards. Now, I often have issue with ladies with these double standards, and the reason being for me is because I always have felt like women are slow to recognize when it's a double standard that benefits a man. But when it comes to, or no, not even that benefits a man, benefits a woman. If it's a double standard that benefits a woman, most of the time women are like, a man supposed to do that, a man supposed to do this, that's supposed to be the way this way. But when a man brings up something that is supposed to, I guess, benefit men, then women don't like that. Now, just, Dominique, when we get into this double standard, I want to ask you, just right off the bat, do you feel like women or you feel like men get more comfortable in a relationship?
I feel like women may get a bit more comfortable. Ladies, don't get mad at me.
All right now.
But sometimes we get caught up in the role of mother, work, and sometimes we get a little relaxed in our relationship because we have so many other hats to wear. But also men do also, because women like those dates. Women like the time you used to spend when you were trying to get her. Mm-hmm. And I think everybody kind of relaxed a little bit, but I think women relax a little bit more than men.
Wow, now that's a little shocking, truthfully. Pastor Dozier, how you feel about it?
I don't know. It's a good question. I think that I think both. I think it depends on the time and stage of a personal relationship. I think everybody ultimately is saying, I want to get with somebody and get settled at some age. Now, at younger ages, a certain level of maturity, I think men and women are different. But I think the ultimate goal is everybody to say, hey, I'm trying to get with somebody so I can settle. And what happens when you finally get with somebody, you feel like that's a life accomplishment. That's one of your life goals. Uh-huh. And so you do kind of get comfortable because you're like, okay, now I can work on what? Maybe get married or where we going to go out, it's different stages to it. So I'm thinking that everybody, when it comes down to it, can, they have that same, I think everybody has that settling attitude. So it may not be comfortable, mm-hmm. but it's a settling kind of thing. But like you said, back to comfortable, I know that for a fact. I think that women have a bigger list than men. So got a man, check off, and it's like, I want to be able to post them, and now I want to be able to do like right. She got more stuff on the list. Right. So she working on other stuff. So I definitely think
I agree.
Women get comfortable.
I do think both men and women get comfortable. But again, what it seems to be the highlight is when a man gets comfortable. And when a woman, in my opinion, when she starts to slack in certain areas, it's excusable because, I don't know, maybe the list you just mentioned. So when you say list, I'm thinking of, okay, a woman feel like she has X amount of responsibilities. So if she's slacking in one area, she can be excused by saying, okay, well, I'm doing 80,000 other things. But a man, when he's falling off, it's no excuse, in my opinion. It's, well, you need to tighten up. Well, you need to step up.
So it's wrong for a woman to say, hey, you slacking a little bit.
No, I'm glad you asked that.
Good question.
It's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is that women should recognize when they are falling off and say, okay, well, yeah, I can take that. I can take that criticism. But a man cannot. I want to ask you this. Do you feel like men, they can accept correction, but women can't?
That's for me.
Yes, I'm asking you. Do you feel like men can accept correction, but women can't?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead. Because if we really take Clarence scenario and go further, see, it ain't no problem for the woman to say, I think you getting too comfortable. I think, we ought to have, more time for this. Woman ain't got no problems. I just didn't want to talk. I just feel like, we're not reaching each other with this, right. And it seems like we're not coming together on this. But it's hard, but a man ain't allowed to say, you ain't looking good as you used to look. I think you're getting real comfortable with me.
I'm raising your kids, and you want to come to me and
I think it's hard for a man to say to a woman, hey, you done got so comfortable. Now you don't care about how you look around me. Now you get dressed when you go out with your folk and go to work. Right. But you done got comfortable. Now you know what you're gonna hear. Well, you need to take me somewhere where I can get dressed. Like right. You used to take me out. See, but I'm saying the principle of comfortable when y'all were dating. He's coming through. Y'all going out. Mm-hmm. You care about what you look like because you're just going to be out. Right. I think a lot of times women get comfortable because you think you looking good. The man, we mistaken. We think she's dressing up to impress you. She is partially. That's about 40%. There's another 60% saying, hey, we going out. Ain't no telling who gonna see me.
Right.
So what happens is then y'all get together. She only care about the not a 6% turn into 100% for everybody else. You supposed to be all right with me. You supposed to love me. And I think that's way too comfortable. Because at the same time, women still saying, well, I think y'all do this, and so I think it ought to be both sides. But everybody different on it.
The reason why I bring that question up, and I just want to say shout out to Troy. We got Val in here. We have Robin in here checking us out, man. Please continue to share these videos. Hit that share button if you haven't done already. But I want to say that I feel like...
Is it on Instagram?
We gonna get it up on Instagram. It's tripping right now. This video is on some other stuff. But listen, no, I feel like a man is expected to deal with correction, deal with whatever a woman is discontent with. If she says, hey, I need you to step up in the romance department. I need you to step up in the, helping out around the house department, or financially, I need you to, be focused more on trying to kick in, and we got goals to reach financially. A man got to deal with that correction. But if you reverse the table with those same issues, women most of the time have trouble hearing that. That's why
it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Because you can be like, honey, you're getting a little too comfortable. You need to stop eating them pork chops. You need to go to the gym with me. You're gonna be met with a
But ain't no nice way. Ain't no good way.
Yes, it is.
Ain't a good way to tell a woman.
I believe it is.
Ain't no good way to tell a woman that, hey, you ain't looking good as you used to look. Like, all of it's so offensive because the woman already carries so much on how she lives. On what she look like, and she carries so much on it. You know what I mean? So,
but it ain't love if you can't go to your person in love and tell them what's on your mind. Then I mean, you got a bigger issue than weight or however whatever you have going on. So I believe it isn't how you say it, because you can talk to me and be like, come on, we got to do something.
Nah, but I'm saying, hold on, Tommy, because I done tried to formulate strategic deliveries on how to say certain things, how to get certain points across. Sometimes before I go in and just jump off a cliff, I might say to myself, you know what, let me think about the best route or the best way to express my dissatisfaction in whatever area. So I might, and certain men out here, fellas, y'all let me know, you might go to your lady, with a plan to say, okay, well, I'm doing my best not to get cussed out about something that I feel like is an issue. And as you said, I should have the right to express how I feel. You know what I mean? No matter what the situation is, I should feel you have an open door policy, an open ear policy to whatever I have to say, because that's what you expect from me. But again, I feel like a man, doesn't get that respect with the issues he brings to a woman.
I agree. I mean, I've been in situations where if I have to come to you and tell you about something, it's obviously a big deal.
Right.
And you're supposed to take it.
Okay.
But that isn't that isn't how it's supposed to go. We have to respect each other as a person, and we have to we just really have to respect each other in our actions and our tone.
They say happy wife, happy life. And that is a great point, but again, I just feel like this is partly the reason why I started a podcast in the first place, to give men a voice, to give women insight, because again, that voice is not heard, especially sometimes when you are the only voice in the household as a man, and you get into those.
Well, how do you want your woman to approach you if you slacking, or you just not paying attention to what's going on? Things become too lax. How do you say that?
I'm telling you, I don't want to preach right now, but I got to throw this out there.
Go ahead.
The Bible says in Matthew chapter 24, says in the last days, people will be easily offended.
Okay.
I'm telling you, we living in the world now. It used to be a time when you loved each other, big mama, big dad, or whatever loved each other, and they're like, baby, you rocking the bed tonight. It was in love. People naturally knew, you don't mean to do this to hurt me. You just telling me to tighten or whatever. Now everybody's so edgy because love is so sensitive. Now everybody's so scared of pain and so scared of losing somebody, so scared of getting hurt.
Right.
And so now they're not willing to get vulnerable with the other person, because now that vulnerable means I'm giving you a right to say something that could hurt me, and it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough because in the back of everybody's mind, you thinking I might lose this person. So you know what I mean. But I think it's easy for a woman, because this woman feels this. I mean, I don't know. I want to say it's for everybody, but women feel this moment of, there's a time in every relationship where a woman starts saying, baby, now I got to tell you now, I'm doing this because I love you.
Right.
Like, right? And guess what? Because he a man, watch this or not, he ain't supposed to have no feelings. Ain't nobody allowed to have feelings but the woman. So because she's a man, she said whatever, he supposed to take it because he's a man.
Right.
But when a man says, hey, baby, I'm just keeping it real with you, you're starting to be nasty. I mean, you're playing in your nose while we eat. Like, I mean, if he say anything, it's fine then. That's okay.
Right.
Okay, and it gets, it's so offended. You know what I mean? And so what ends up happening is a man ends up staying quiet and a double standard comes.
Right. Now, listen, I'm gonna throw something out here on the table. Because this is something that some fellas that, you know, that I talked to, they brought this point up, and I thought it was a great point. And it is that men must respect when a woman has a need for romance. But women don't respect when a man has a need for sex. How you feel about that?
Say that over again, please.
Okay. A man has to respect when a woman has a need for romance. You know, he needs to step up, do some things, you know, have that fire lit. But women don't respect when a man has a desire sexually. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think I'm a whole
You feel like you on the spot. Well, I'm gonna start it out. I do feel like, you know, women don't understand that sometimes not even sometimes, in a relationship, in a marriage, you are our only outlet, you know, for intimate interaction. And sometimes a woman don't realize, in my opinion, that because sex isn't as important to her, that doesn't mean that it's not as important to me.
Right.
And sometimes women will look at a man, look down on a man because it is important and he's, you know, making it known and dropping hints and doing all of this stuff. And some women just feel like, well, I can go 2 weeks, I can go a month and be all right. And because you feel like you can go a month and be all right, I'm supposed to be able to go a month and be all right. But listen, no.
But no, you're right. You're right. I mean, I don't want to take away from what you're saying. I think every situation is different. I think after the woman done tried that whole aggressive, my attitude, and it ain't work for her.
Right.
A mature woman says, I don't want to lose again with this issue, so I'm gonna, you know, communicate in a different way. Because I think, I mean, you can lose in that. Mm-hmm. You know, you could like she says, how you not what you say, how you said. Right. You could say something, and I think after maturity, the woman starts saying, "Come on, I'm trying to win. I ain't trying to go argue tonight." You know, and so I think some women can take that and, you know, and mature, but there's a vast majority, like you said.
I want to make sure I understand before I answer. Women want passion, romance in the relationship. Mm-hmm. Men want sex on demand.
No.
That ain't what you're saying?
No.
Okay, please clarify, because that's what I'm thinking.
Women, it's very simple. Women want something to be really considered when it comes to the interaction between their mate, and that's romance. When, you know, and when you talk about passion, you know, a lot of that romance will lead to extracurricular activities, and when men, we understand that. But what I'm saying is that what's important to a woman, she makes it known, hey, this is important to her man, and she expects her man to respond to that level of importance is something to her. Okay. But when a man says, okay, this is important to me, she looks at that, oh, okay, like this is all y'all think about, but doesn't even consider the fact that, hey, listen, it's important to me. Women won't open their ears to that point because in their mind it's already this preconceived notion of, oh, all men like this, all y'all want and you won't even hear me out to listen to me and say, babe, listen, I'm trying to focus on you only. You know, men say when they go a couple days, you know, even the ugly ones start to look a little attractive. You know what I mean? You start looking all type of way, all different directions. I'm trying to keep my focus on you, but you telling me, well, look, see, you're nasty, that's all you want.
So, I think it's communication, and you have to be open, you have to be vulnerable in a way, or nobody will be satisfied. I mean, well, you don't want to be in a relationship with a male or female and say, I'm telling you what I want, and you're not listening to me. This is how I want it or whatever, and you're not listening to me.
Right.
There's going to be, something's going to happen. Either somebody going to cheat or somebody going to shut down. So you have to be open to your mate. You have to, hey, this is what I like now. What are we going to do about it?
Right. And I just want to say what's happening to Portia, Balaji, we got Catrice in here. Make sure you guys continuing to share. I think that men should, you know, consider the romance also too. I'm not taking them off the hook, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that there is a double standard in that when it comes to a woman's needs, like they need to be, understood and responded to, and a man is kind of like, it depends on what it is.
I think men shut down like if let's say we're in the bedroom and not in the bedroom, we can be in the living room, and we're talking about what we like. A woman can be expressive, but I don't think men are expressive like that. They feel like, okay, if I say this, you may think I'm nasty or
right.
And I think men need to communicate better and say what's on their mind, or you gonna always be holding yourself.
Right. I agree with you 100%. Most men now aren't willing to go into those uneasy areas because
they don't want to talk about it.
They don't know how they're gonna come out on the other end. You know what I mean? And for me, I always felt like, in order for you to have a healthy relationship, you got to cross those areas where you don't know. You know what I mean? And that's really how you really get to know that other person and really truly say, I understand this person in and out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
But I mean, the stick with what you're saying as far as romance and sex. I don't know if a man is allowed to say, like right now, women got this attitude a lot of times because when they're single, mm-hmm. They're aggressive. They don't mind going the extra mile because they're trying to win. They're trying to get this person, blah, blah, blah. They're trying to do that. But on the flip side, once they get in a relationship, the next comment is always, they want to be wanted. They want you to still chase them, and that's the whole thing. I don't know if it's allowed for a man to say, I want to be wanted.
Mm-hmm. No, it ain't. It's not allowed. What do you mean? No, it ain't.
What about, I want everything you say you want, I want it too. And because you're so passionate, because you're so in touch with your feelings, how come you can't be that for me?
Right.
Why is it just I'm telling you, when a woman's single, she doing all the extra stuff. You come over here, I cook you something. She doing the little things because she think this is gonna help her win. And the moment they get in a relationship, it's like, oh my God, I don't think you want me. Like, I mean, I want me. I want you. I mean, I want to be the one where a man can't keep his hands off of me. And this guy saying, that's what I want.
Right.
That's why men pay for strip clubs and do different things because they want to be wanted. And what happens is, it's in a relationship, a man can't say that. He can't say he's not allowed to say, hey, this thing I gave up, or the strip club I stopped doing, or the things I gave it for you.
Now you got to do it.
And my point is, so he's not allowed to say that. To say, it ain't even about I want nobody else. I want you to be like that.
Right.
Are you nasty? Or else, so that's what you want. I thought it was about love. But at the same time, he's required, like, come on, you don't want to take me out, date night, do this. Because she's allowed to say, hey, I want you to, show me off, trophy me, take me out somewhere, want me. We get in the house, I want all the touches and the feelings. Like she's saying, hey, I want to be desired. And the man saying, I'm just supposed to know? I'm supposed to know by your head, your Tupac rap on your head, or your ashy leg. Like, I'm supposed to know by that. And I'm just saying, I don't think a man is allowed to be vulnerable like that. So what ends up happening is he don't talk.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then the problem is, one day he find another chick who is a little aggressive. She want him, and he gets vulnerable because she's aggressive. Mm-hmm. She know your situation.
Right.
He starts saying.
And it's that yin and yang.